Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here with Antonelli Softball. Today, talking about some blocking technique from the catcher position. This is Minnesota working out here, practicing some dry drills and just trying to work on the mechanics. And they're doing a pretty decent job. But I wanted to just kind of hit on a couple of things. Mechanically, talk about some things I think they can improve on, some of the things to keep in mind. And so let's kind of go through it here. And so they're just, again, going through some dry drills. They're working on blocking balls at them, trying to block balls to their left and then to their right. First, I think it's important to find creative ways to work on your skills. So it doesn't have to just be, live balls. You can start off with kind of some of these dry drills here where a coach is probably just saying middle, left, right, and you're just kind of getting into position. But let's talk about some of the actual mechanics of it. So the first thing is it's important as far as your setup. So if you are in a situation where you do not have to block a ball, right? There's no balls, no strikes, nobody on base. This is a perfectly fine primary stance to be in, where she's trying to get low, right? Her butt's down, trying to get low. But once you get into a position where you're going to have to block a ball, it's important to get, we call it a secondary stance, where you want to have your butt up just a little bit more. Right? If you get too low, too squatted back here, it can be tough to block. And so if you can get your butt up a little bit higher than you would in your primary stance, it makes it a little bit easier to get into a blocking position. All right. So that's the first thing. Second thing here is when you're going to drop, it's important to lead with your glove. I think they do a pretty good job of that. So the glove should be kind of the thing that leads you down, right? And it's going to cover up that 5-hole area. You want to make sure to get your bare hand behind the glove so you don't get hit. So again, she does a pretty good job of that. You want to think about making yourself big. So your arms should be basically tucked up against your side. Your knees should be out a little bit here. Your chest should be forward. And so they both get chest forward. You want to make sure that you don't get too far forward so that you're actually, shrinking that area for the ball to hit you. You want to be, again, you want to be forward so that when the ball hits you, it bounces right back down in front of you. If you're too vertical, then the ball has a tendency to come up and kind of hit you, and it'll bounce up, it'll bounce away from you. And so you're trying to, again, funnel everything kind of right there in front of you. So you want to be slightly chest forward. Again, but you want to make sure that you don't get down too far to where now you're making yourself really small and the ball has a tendency to kind of hop over you. There's just not a lot of surface area on your chest protector for the ball to hit and stay in front of you. So that's really important. You want to have your chin down, but your eyes up. So she does a pretty good job right here. Chin's down. Can't really tell where her eyes are, but hopefully her eyes are up. Right here, she could probably get her chin down a little bit more. You just want to make sure that you don't expose, if your head's up, kind of exposing your neck. A lot of players will get hit, and that does not feel good. That's another really, really important thing. But overall, I think they do a pretty good job of getting into solid position. Again, we're trying to get into our block position as quickly as we can. The quicker we can get into it and kind of get into the ground and settle into the ground, the softer we'll be. If we're late and we're kind of dropping as we're blocking the ball, well, then we're going to be a little bit harder. The ball's going to come, hit us, and bounce further away. Again, we're trying to be a sponge. We want the ball to hit us and then just kind of die in front of us. So we want to try to get in position early if we can. And then we want to try to be soft. So a lot of times, we tell our players, you want to feel like you're exhaling on the block and you're trying to be soft. Take the tension out of your body so that you become a sponge. The ball hits you and dies right there. Really good catchers are able to sponge the ball. They basically, like I said, everything softens up. Ball hits them, falls in front. Catchers that aren't as good, they're really tense. They get down late. The ball hits them and just ricochets off of them. Okay? So that's really important also. Now, when blocking to your left or to your right, a couple things you want to think about. You want to first drive off of, so if we're going this way, we want to drive off this outside foot. We're trying to get around the ball, and we're trying to slightly turn ourselves so that we're angled back to the plate so we can block the ball back to the plate. If we just slide straight across and the ball is coming this way, it could have a tendency to hit us and kind of bounce over there. So if we can just slightly turn, try to funnel the ball back to the plate just a little bit, which right here is a pretty good job. Here she's kind of straight again, so if a ball comes off, right over here, bang, hits her, it's going to bounce that way more. Here the ball hits her, it's going to bounce back this way, kind of right in front of her. So we just want to angle slightly. It doesn't have to be a huge angle, but again, we're just trying to get around the ball a little bit. So we're going to drive off that outside leg and try to get around it. Most of the other blocking principles remain the same. Really important to work on left and right balls. What we'll do is we'll go middle, so we'll throw balls right at them, and then we'll have, someone standing here, and then kind of someone standing more over in this direction, so we're on an angle, and so we can throw the balls in on an angle from here, and then we do it from the other side, and they're just going to work on trying to get over to this side and block the ball back towards the middle of the plate. So just a couple of quick tips. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below, and we can try to help you out. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Share the video with all your friends. Give us a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Check out the description box below. We've got a bunch of stuff in there that I think you guys will enjoy. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Good luck to you, and we will talk to you later.